What's your attitude when you get up in the morning? Psalm 73:26 says, "My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." So when you get up in the morning, what is there to complain about if God is the strength of your heart? May I remind you that you're not entitled to wake up in the morning? When you start comparing your life to other people and covet the things that you don't have, you start being ungrateful for the very things that you do have. Each and every one of us have more than enough reasons to give thanks unto God. It doesn't mean that your day will go perfectly. You can't control everything that will happen in your day. But what you can control is your attitude and how you respond to the things that come your way. This is about God. It always has been and it always will be. Every day is a new opportunity to be more conformed to God's image so that He can get the most out of us. At some point, we have to bend our knees to the Father's will and say, "Thy will be done." Let that be your mindset every day. Allow God to have complete control over your life. Be willing to let go of anything that's displeasing in His sight. Ask Him to take you down a path that will give Him the most glory out of your life, even if it turns out to be the most difficult one. Let any dream or goal of ours fail and die off if achievement will cause us to abandon God's purposes for our life. If you are in Christ, then your life is not even your own. Why do you think that 2 Corinthians 5:15 says, "And He died for all, that those who live shall no longer live for themselves, but for Him who died for them and was raised again"? If you are living for yourself, then you are living beneath your purpose. There's more to life than just money and just doing whatever you feel gives you the most pleasure, because your purpose is to glorify Christ and live for Him. Colossians 3:5 reminds us that it is time to put to death those earthly desires that's contrary to God's will. Embrace that new life in Christ and be set apart from the world. When you do struggle, do not say that you cannot live for God or cannot do any better because it's who you are as a person. That's completely ridiculous. Every day is a new day to be renewed in His image. When you fall, you can't always get back up because of God's grace. Because of God's grace, we are able to rise back up. But you don't go around making up excuses on why you have to live your life the old way. You need to embrace the new life in Christ and seek after Him. You can't wait to be affirmed by others in the world. 1 Corinthians 2:14 says, "The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit." The world is not able to comprehend or understand because it sees things from a carnal perspective. You can't be dependent on being affirmed and validated by people of the world. The moment you do that, that's when you will find yourself compromising biblical truth.